Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Yes, I will mainly talk about preparation for ISI in a month or so, like a bit more than a month is left, 1.5 months I think. May 10th is the exam date. So I hope you are preparing well. See, one or two students had called me and said like, sir, I don't know anything, can I prepare now? I just learnt about ISI. It's sad that it is tough, right? It is good that you are interested in ISI, but it is sad that it is tough right now, because it's a lot of syllabus, right? Yeah, it's pretty much JEE syllabus, but bit more than JEE syllabus, JEE plus Olympiads kind of, right? Because it includes number theory and the huge part of Euclidean geometry, which the JEE syllabus lacks. So in Euclidean geometry, the various theorems, Menelaus theorem and all those rest of it, they are very, very important, right? So yeah, the syllabus is vast. If you are preparing or starting to prepare now, I have a feeling that it is tough. It may not be the case if you are already preparing for JEE or some other exam, because a lot of syllabus would be covered. Right, recently in one of the videos I did talk about how to prepare for JEE and Olympiads together. In that video, it was just that, the syllabus. You have to figure out the syllabus and then you have to plan accordingly, and if you give yourself enough time, it will be possible. Okay. Now, is it the same for ISI? I don't know. But this is the moment, if you are already preparing, it is the moment you have to start revision and the last minute detailing for yourself, right? You have to start that. So what are those things? So I have pointed out I think 4 pointers which will be useful for you without wasting much more of the time. Let's move ahead. Okay. First, revise but don't memorize, right? Concepts, theorems and proofs. But what is the difference, sir? Revision is same as memorization? No, not at all. Especially not in mathematics. You are not preparing for general knowledge or something. In general knowledge, yes, that is true, right? But even there, you can maybe pull in some logics of history of that, this, what are the social conditions and everything. But this is not the case. This is mathematics, buddy. So you have to revise, you have to go through the concepts once more, just flip through it, right? Skim through the concepts of the, write down the list of the syllabus, or maybe take a printout from the official website, right? And you go to the coordinate geometry. So what are there in coordinate geometry? Any book of coordinate geometry would help. Cengage, that, this. So just go through the concept. What are the formulas? How do we get the formulas? What are the theorems? How do I prove the theorems? Just go through it mentally. You need not maybe write down everything. Yeah, you can, like, you feel free, right? If something is feeling like, yes, this theorem is, yeah, I can prove it with eyes closed. In the morning, if you wake me up, I can prove this theorem. If that's the case, leave it, obviously. But if after some thinking, if you know, every theorem has this crux point. If you understand that one thing, the whole theorem becomes very obvious, right? In Pythagoras theorem, for example, there's like the proof is not required, but I'm just saying, for example, you have this square, you divide it. So some logic, if you are able to formulate in your mind, you can prove it very easily, right? And the same holds for every other theorem in number theory or something. So if the basic theorems, the proof are clear, then the basic steps you are, the logical deduction and everything is clear to you, right? Yes, you have to solve questions, but this is also important. Revision, not memorization. You don't memorize anything. And obviously, I will mention it in one of the pointers that this is the moment you focus more on your strong points rather than weak points. Whatever subject feels or topic feels easy to you, that is where you should be focusing more on, right? And it's not like geometry completely is hard, right? Some part of geometry might be easy for you. Go to that and revise that. Every pillar has its own easy and tough points. Maybe not, algebra may be favorite for you, but maybe not all the algebra topics you are easy with, right? So that depends, you have to figure it out for yourself. Next, focus more on UGB, write more solutions. obviously, guys. Please try to understand this. ISI, you will clear only if you clear UGA. After you clear UGA, your UGB paper will be checked. If you did not clear UGA, UGB, no one will care about it. Okay, so UGA, first of all, you have to do good. But I believe that if you are having enough practice, UGA should be fairly easy compared to UGB, right? Because you have the options. In many questions you can just verify the options, right? So many things are possible in UGA, but even there the options are very weird many times. We have seen in the PYQ videos. If you have not gone through the PYQ videos, guys, I have been putting up a lot of videos. You go to the playlist section, I have categorized everything, and you will find it very helpful. Okay, so yeah, that's one thing. You can take the help from this channel. Yeah, okay, so write more solutions. Any problem you look at, even if it is a UGA problem, try to write a solution. At least try to formulate a solution in your mind. The logic flow should be clear. If you have that, see, how do you know if your logic is correct? You will have the confidence. It is automatic. You are your best judge. Yeah, so please remember that and keep focused on that, please, right? Okay, if possible, discuss topics with friends with similar interests. So friends with similar interests, right? That is important. Not really. If one is interested in biology and you are interested in mathematics, the interaction may not be that engaging, yeah? At least subject to interaction. So try to find friends who are interested in mathematics. They may not be giving ISI examination. If they are giving, then that's good, obviously, right? But even if they are remotely interested in mathematics, just discuss with them. See, I've read this today. This topic, this is my favorite. This theorem I proved. Oh my God, that's crazy, right? That kind of a feeling, if you have, it is best if you express it. You express it to your friend. If you want to express it to me, you can express it to me, right? Tag me on Telegram. If you didn't join the group, buddy, please join the group. We have our own Telegram channel. It's in the link in the description of the channel. So please go and check it out. Yeah. Now, if possible, please discuss these topics with your friends. So friends need not be physical, as I said. It can be a Telegram group. It can be me, a teacher. So for me personally, I had only one friend, and if he was busy, the next best friend I had was my teacher, right? When I was preparing, I was getting into my maths teacher's discussion. He was solving other people's doubts, but I went to him, waited, sat beside him on the floor, and I used to, sir, look at this. So that was the craze I had. And my teacher I was very lucky that he was very supportive of me. All right. So, yeah, so that's the thing I wanted to say. His name is Anirudha Sir. He's still on my WhatsApp contact. So it's a good feeling, good memories I have. Yeah, and I have to say this, that only because of him I had cleared ISI, I would say. Otherwise, my geometry was very weak. He was the one who was persistent in getting my geometry strong. I realize it now. He never said it, but yeah, that's how it was. Anyway, after this, the last point is focus more on easy topic, which I just discussed already, which you know, which you love. Love is important. For me, it was calculus. I loved calculus. I was crazy about it because the imagination of something going closer to zero, but it is not zero, and cancelling out, and the imagination of integration, particularly that you are adding up small blocks together, that's area, and then playing around with it with different shapes, volumes, it can be extended to 3D shapes to find volume, the integration concept. That was mind blowing for me. All right. So I loved calculus for that reason. If you have any subject for that matter which you love, that's a strong support for you. Trust me, right? If I'm standing here teaching you even geometry, which I don't like, I didn't like back then, it is only because I loved calculus. So there is some weird connection. When I did ISI, BMath, MMath, I was looking for analysis. Wherever there is analysis, I will go there, because analysis includes this differentiation, integration, limits and all that. The definitions changed, everything changed, but the moment we were taught algebraic geometry, that thing, everything was converging to one single point, like everything was interrelated. No two subjects were to be said, this is different, this is different. If you saw the podcast which I made a few months ago, she was algebraic topology PhD student. So they are finding a topological space and an algebraic structure, and they are trying to get some correlation between them. There's these things happen, right? So yeah, that's how it is. The first step before all this happens is that you have to love one subject very, very keenly. Yeah, that should be very close to your heart. If that is not happening, I find it very tough to imagine that you will find love with mathematics in general. Like, that's my personal opinion. I might be wrong totally, but that's how it is. So I hope you got something to learn from this video. Thank you for watching, and enjoy your studies, and all the best for your examination. Tell me in the comments how your preparation is going and all that. So yeah, take care. Bye bye.